Hello, today we're going to take a look at the Web 2.0 application class Dojo. This is available on a traditional computer, a laptop, any kind of smart device, smartphone for classroom teachers, principals, and as well as students and parents to use. So what you would do is set up an account on here. I've already done that, so I'm going to come up here and click on Welcome Back to log into my account. I've used this for several years in my personal classroom, so everything is set up on here with a former class that I've had. Okay, at the top you can see here that I am logged in with a school that I work at, and if you click in here, there are a lot of great features to use. You can set up a school story here and kind of make announcements school-wide, get to know parents, talk one-on-one with parents, talk one-on-one with other teachers. And there's a directory here which will list all of the parents that are logged in. I'm not going to click on that today because it will show you first and last names. I'll go back out of that. Okay, and then the next part I'll take you into is the individual classroom. And the Class Dojo application is used as a behavior management tool. And here you can see little icons with each student name, and it has a cute little monster with it, and you can see a point value by their name. This is a way for you to track student behavior in the classroom. So I'm just going to click on a child, and when I pull that up, you can see here that I can give reward points for positive behavior or behavior that possibly needs work and take some points away. You can adjust the different behaviors that you have on here and also the point values. I have made this to reflect my classroom behavior plan so that this is something that I could easily use with creating conduct grades for report cards. Okay, so you can see in here just by clicking on any of the icons. If I caught Quentin giving me being prepared to learn, it kind of gives him a little whoop whoop down there at the bottom. This could be displayed on your smart board. The kids really like it when they can see that they've gotten points. Another thing you can do here is to add points for your whole class. Say we were in the lunchroom and our class was just exceptional while we were in there. We could give the entire class a point for their lunchroom behavior. As well as anybody that maybe had some difficulty with behavior. If I wanted to go in and click on a student and go into the section for needs work, I could say that they were off task when we were supposed to be learning. So it just kind of gives the kids a quick reminder to either get back on task or to continue with the positive behavior. But there's a lot of other features on here we're going to look at. Let's scroll down here to the bottom. Under the attendance section, what you can do is you can select certain children that are not here. Once you save that attendance, it will put them in the monochrome or black and white look here, and it will neither give them points as the whole class accumulates them or take any away if that were to happen that day. Okay, you can also kind of set this up for groups. I set this up previously for reading groups that I had. I didn't use it a lot as groups. I did it mostly individually or as whole class, but you also have the option to do that. All right, so back to our classroom. Here we're going to go next to the feature here, which is really fun. This was not something that they had originally, but they've added it recently. Here are pictures from where we interacted with the Quest classroom. We went in and they were given some presentations about the brain, and we went and learned at different stations and rotated around the room. So we had just taken pictures and kind of shared that with parents. You can also put this in student mode, and if you put it in student mode, you can give the device to children in your classroom and allow them to access the camera or take photos to send to parents. We'll just get out of that. Previously, I had to use more than one application to get that accomplished, but it was really nice when they added the story app or portion. The next thing that you have here is messages. Something that you can do to all parents who are connected is send out little reminders. You know, picture day is coming. We have parent night out, PTA meeting, anything that you have going on. And you can see over here on the side, these are the parents that I had connected with our account and that would receive messages and get notification for behavior that was going on. If you click on the individual child's name or that it's their parent, you can see the interaction that you've had with them. It keeps the history. So you can kind of text back and forth about things that maybe they need, or even here you can see that she just gave me a reminder that he was going to be carpool today. She knew he couldn't go home without some kind of notification to me and carpool without letting me know. Anyway, so that's just really fun and convenient for you to keep in close contact with your parents. This has really been fun for us to use. We use it, both I use it and I would put it on the smart board and have students, if they were walking around and they were noticing that someone else was doing a great job, they could give a point to someone in the classroom who was working hard. My favorite part of this was where we could kind of make this work with our instructional practices that were happening in the classroom, was with the storyboard. If we went around, the kids could document their student learning, working in groups, take pictures. We could even print those pictures, to put on some type of timeline that we were using to work on any kind of project that you were using. They could record each other giving presentations. There's any number of things that they can do for students to be able to interact with this. But it's a really fun application. Let's look at a few more other things at the bottom here. A few features here are select multiple. You can go on here and click on multiple children that you wanted to give a point to, and if you give the feedback to them, they're on task for those 3 kids. And if you're just thinking, let me see what Dojo will do, randomly it will pick a child, and if you just happen to look at that child and at the time he's in his centers, he's doing a good job working quietly on the computer, you can give him a point for that. The next thing that's down here is the timer. You can both use this as a countdown timer and a stopwatch if you're racing against the clock here. This could be great to say that in 5 minutes I want you to be completed with the first question on your project board. When the timer goes off, show me you're ready, and then you could give a point to children who are showing that you're ready at that time. The next thing here that's really, really cool is this Big Ideas. They came out with this 2 years ago, and it has social and emotional learning videos. The favorite one that we had was here at the top about the growth mindset. And if you click on the growth mindset, it shows you the different videos that they have here about children being able to develop and get the power of growth mindset so they can really build their personal motivation to grow and achieve and do more in the classroom. It's just fun activities that are on here. Goal setting, reflecting on our language, different kinds of things. But they just really enjoyed the videos. And we would do them quickly, first thing in the morning or in the afternoon, or even as a brain break sometimes we could use these. And once you click on one and view it, once you go back out, it would allow you to post that to your class story. So here you can see that it's going to post it to the class story if I were to click on that. Alright, so that's a little bit about Class Dojo. It's a lot of fun. It really is a great positive reinforcement for behavior, which we all know is a wonderful thing to have. One last thing here that I'm thinking of is the View Report section. If you click on here, you can see overall my whole class, we had 96% positive behavior, and I really love that they said focus on the positive behavior, and you can see specifically why. And if you scroll down, you can see all of the things that the kids got. You can look at it for just a week at a time. You can look at it for a month. If you were grading, you could put in a custom date range for the 9 weeks that you're working on, or if you want to say for the whole year. The other thing you could do is if you were to click on a child, it would give the positive grading there for just that student. And again, you could look for the week, you could look for the day, you could look for all time, everything that they'd been able to do, and any communication that you'd have with the parent. It would also be nice if you were to click on that. You can, if you've made a mistake, you can take that away, and you can also add notes when you give them the points. You can say specifically what they did, and even take a picture to go along with it. And the last thing you can do is view a spreadsheet. If you were going to use this for grading purposes, for report cards or progress reports, you can pull up this spreadsheet and also to print it. If you wanted to print it, select the student names that you need, print reports. Also on the report, it will show you the parent login here. If they were to get the app for their phone or device, that's the secure login for their child so that they can view their data. So it's just really fun. I found it very convenient. I could put it on my phone and put my phone in my pocket, so when we were going down the hall, I could immediately give that positive or negative behavior reinforcement and just really stay on top of that. So if you have any other questions, I'd be glad to let you know more about Class Dojo. Thank you.